Hello and welcome back to MoAre3. We're in the losers bracket. We've seen one game and set of games between MBL and Spaden. Now Lofting decided to not play anymore. He's retired from the tournament. Winchester advancing, and now we're seeing the games between Nick and Pedro, also in the losers bracket. Let's see how those is going to go. Gonna go into game one right now and start this one. Let's see. Byzantines war almost expected, not happening every time, but most of the times. And we're gonna start the maps here. Nick playing in yellow in the south, and Pedro in blue. Just want to make sure that there are no boars to be stolen. I don't think so. Nick not either. So let's start then with Nick's map here. Got main stone very safe in the back. Good for him. A second gold safe in the back. Extra berries actually. Main gold also safe in the back. Looking very promising for him. 4 deer inside. The 2 boars are inside. Only second stone and third gold are outside. Very good for him. He's off to a very good set here. Looking promising. Let's go for Pedro's map. Pedro got main gold, also quite safe in the back. A second stone safe in the back. Extra gold even inside his base. There's the main stone, very safe. 1 boar inside, 2 boars inside. 4 deer, but outside he's going to be able to get them in. Using a sheep here to keep the gate open. Very smart play. Gonna go for deer first, and then boar coming in. Sheep on 64. Food a little bit too much, but that's okay for him. He just wants to get the food in quite fast. And there's a gold outside for him, and he's got 1, 2, 3 relics very close to his base. That's very good for him as well. But let's see if it's going to come up to the relics, if they're going to make the difference, and if he's going to take them. Or if Nick is going to be faster, which is an option possible as well. Nick, a little bit later, had some idle time. Pedro on 20 a little bit earlier. And let's see, we have one more relic in between the 2 players. This one maybe a little bit closer to Nick's base, and there is the second extra gold. On the right side we have Pedro's third gold, on the top right, quite far away actually. Let's see if he's gonna take it sooner or later in the game, or at all. And on the right hand side there's a lot of nothing. No extra stone on the map, or maybe I missed it, I'm not sure. It can happen, of course. There is a second one for Nick. Pedro got no extra stone in his base. So looks like 2 extra gold, but no extra stone. Scout fight happening. Nick with the better end for himself. Both players up to feudal age on 26 population, but Pedro 15 seconds earlier. Now Nick is inside Pedro's base, and no loom, of course. Pedro now will try and kill the scout, maybe. But he needs an advantage first, because for now Nick can beat Pedro's scout. Feudal age advantage for him. Let's see, feudal age now for Nick, but Pedro winning this fight. Let's go for the line of sight actually. Pedro can see 4 relics already, and number 5 now he knows all the relics are quite close to him and close between the 2 players. Nick can see 2 relics right now. But no more, and that's not good for him. He doesn't know if the relics are on the right hand side, left hand side, inside Pedro's base or whatever. Both players up to castle age. Nick walling off a little bit. Nice building wall here. Market blacksmith for him. Market blacksmith also for Pedro. We're gonna see the monk fight as expected. And Pedro now scouting the right hand side. There's a lot of nothing. Nice base to reboom if you don't need gold for that. But otherwise, nothing there. Double monastery coming up for Pedro. Is up to castle age first. I'm assuming double monastery for Nick as well. But for now, TC on the main stone. Interesting. Is he gonna skip the relics? And TC on the woodline and the extra berries. Nice positions actually. Doesn't look like he wants to go for any sort of aggression here. Try and boom it out behind the walls maybe. He's got 2 golds inside, so he can actually do it. Wheelbarrow very early coming in for him, but it's good. And going for stone. Apparently he wants to do that. Yeah, the other villagers on the extra berries. While Pedro going and getting the relics in. First relic, second relic, number 3, and going for number 4 on the right side. He's gonna have 5 relics, and Pedro resources looking really strong because he's on 1 TC. Probably bought a little bit of food already, and a lot of villagers on gold as well. Those should move a little bit around. Not happening for now. He's focusing on the relics, I think. And he's gonna have 5 relics in the monasteries. It's huge. Up to Imperial Age we go. 1903 click up time. Very strong for Pedro here. While Nick probably knows that Pedro is gonna do 1 TC and needs to go some sort of defensive unit, I think. I'm not sure what he's planning to do here. He is on 3 TC still. He should get his TC number 4 up very fast if he wants to be able to defend from this. Siege Workshop coming up. Maybe it will try and go like a defensive castle just to get a little more time. It's an option, of course. Right now, Pedro coming forward with the Mangonel. Siege Workshop is up, and the Villager coming forward as well. Sanctity, Imperial Age almost done. Sanctity is done for the monks here. Outpost, just to see what's going to happen. Nick, still not really caring about this. Clicking up to Imperial Age though, on 59 population. Pedro on 45, but Castle coming up for him. I think he learned from the games, I'm not sure if it was against the Viper, where he didn't have a forward castle. This time doing a little bit better. Castle in between the gold and stone, very nice position. Also barracks coming up because he knows Chris might go for scouts, but Chris again, damn, I casted those games just a few minutes ago. Nick. Let's see, I'm gonna do this mistake a few more times. Sorry, Nick, for that. Nick instead going for crossbowman, and that's a very nice decision, I think. While Pedro going redemption, theocracy, block printing probably done, and Mangonel coming forward. Does he have, Nick does have university, Pedro doesn't have any, so can't go for bombard cannons yet, which would be a nice addition here, because Nick doing arbalest and bracer, and a castle between the main stone and the main gold. Very nice positioning. Pedro not really pushing. He should have gone more aggressive, but he couldn't really do it somehow, and I think he needs the bombard cannons. Very important. Now Siege Workshop coming forward. Pedro, is he still on 1? No, 2 TCs now. He knows he couldn't really push in. Wasn't really a problem for him. Onager incoming. That's strong, of course, against the Arbalest, but he needs enough of them to be able to defend. And we have 71 villages for Nick already, a few Arbalests being created, and 39 for Pedro. Nick looking good for now, still not under pressure. Problem for him is Pedro has 5 relics and is gonna get a lot of gold from that. Doesn't really need too much gold minus, only got like 7 here, and the other golds are not being taken for now. And Trap coming forward, but the Onagers are there. Let's see what Nick can do with the Arbalest against the Onagers. Of course, same range for both. It's not easy to do. Chemistry letter Archer coming in. Nick is fully upgrading his Arbalest. Trebuchet coming out as well, but the castle might go down, as well as the Siege Workshop. Let's see. 2 villages coming forward because Pedro knows he might need to repair the traps. Very smart play for him. And he's got a few villages on the gold here. Let's see. Siege Workshop halfway down. Castle maybe on 25% health. But looks like it's gonna go down actually. And that means Nick will be in a very difficult position. Pedro now gonna lose a trap, but won't really care. Onager moving forward, very nice shots here. That's strong for Nick, going for the Onagers. Pedro losing 3 Onagers here, and now he's a little bit undefended. There's only 2 Onagers left, but the Arbalest can be microed against that. Pedro dotting, yeah, he knows he's screwed up against the traps here. Losing now the monks, losing the traps, losing the Onagers and everything. Nick with a very strong defense here. Money shots with the traps, and for now Nick looking very strong. Double the population here. 29 more villages. Siege Workshop coming up now again. He wants to get the castle down. Doesn't have any castle left, but he's got enough stone for... No, Pedro got enough stone for another castle. While Nick's still missing a little bit. That's what that was good. Second Siege Workshop, Capram being created there. And still a lot of villages in gold. It's actually a little bit too much, I feel. Doesn't need so many villages in gold right now. 2 traps are out, and Pedro's castle in the fire is moving forward with the Onagers again. If Nick can do it again and just snipe the Onagers with the traps, Pedro will be in trouble. And let's see, can Pedro get a few good shots? 2 good shots here. Very nice shot on the Arbalest. And losing the villages first. Oh, that was expensive for Nick. Losing a lot of units here. Capram still moving forward. Can he get the Onager? No, good shots. But now the traps again sniping the Onagers here. Let's see, can he do it again? Second Onager is down, and shooting mining. The third one is down as well. Arbalest doing a good job here. Pedro not looking good at this point. His push is somehow failing. Castle only on 1k HP. It's gonna go down now. Pedro is not repairing it anymore. And Siege upgrade for Nick. I think Pedro might call GG very soon, because at this point he doesn't have enough eco to get a lot of army out. He's still got the 5 relics, but Nick with the technology advantage, a huge score, huge population lead, 50 more units out, doing stables now, still producing arbalest, still going for now siege rams, and it's gonna clear this. Siege rams will go down because 2 onagers are there for Pedro. But still, Nick looking very good. Pedro resources looking okay. She's not producing more villagers. That's a little bit of a mistake doing that now. But you can't. It's really hard to produce all the time. 3 archers at home now. More being created at home. A few archer ranges are up. He's going elite skirmishers. He's gonna skip the arbalest, of course, because you don't really have the gold for that. And can you see the extra gold? Yeah, you can see that's good. Another TC coming up for Pedro. He wants to reboom desperately. But Nick still looking good, and I think Nick should go aggressive now. Should get rid of the monasteries and the castle, because then the way is open for Pedro's base. Pedro will be managed to defend for now, so it's not GG yet. We might see a very strong comeback. Siege rams going down very fast. Gonna get another shot. Nice arbalest micro against the onager here, but now the elite skirmishers in the mix, and Nick has to go back, doing a smart thing, doing the bombard cannons. He's gonna be able to snipe onagers now from a little bit of bigger range without having to use the traps here. Losing both bombard cannons, but killing 2 onagers at the same time, and Pedro has to go back again. Defending for now. Hussar coming in with plate barding armor for Nick. Handcard only now for Pedro, and ballistics, of course, wants to get that one out. 1 arbalest being a little bit of annoying, because Pedro can't finish his barracks, and losing the villager even. That's something that players hate. I think I hate it when this is happening, but very smart game here. Also elite skirmishers on the right side. The onager is going to take care of that. 2 elite skirmishers going down immediately, a few more on the right side. But Nick with a lot more military units, that's 25, not 15, but now 20 military units more. Traps moving forward, siege rams are in play, a few hussars, almost fully upgraded even. Pikeman for Pedro coming in, he's going full trash, and siege. Pedro resources looking okay-ish. Nick a little bit better, but still Nick with a lot more population and taking map control now. Castle coming up forward. Hussars will be able to deal with the onagers if they come out. 1 onager outside, but the arbalest are going to be microed by Nick. Onager going down very fast. Pedro opening the walls. The monk's still in the back here, and onager is blocking the entrance, but it's going to be destroyed now. Pikemen are going to engage here. Problem is the arbalest are in the back. Pedro even going for help here. Castle will be up, and Pedro is going to lose the first monastery or siege workshop maybe. And Nick's really looking strong. Hussars, a few converted even. But Pedro not enough military units out to be able to defend from this. Arbalest really strong at this point. Even against the elite skirmishers. Leather archer armor coming in for Pedro now. A lot of siege rams moving in for Nick. Very strong, very good and aggressive play here. Finally coming up, 2k5 score lead, and the monastery first one will go down. Pedro now with 80 villagers, but Nick on 102. That's still not enough for Pedro, not booming good enough. And there's 2 relics out now. Castle will be up very soon, more archer ranges coming up. And Pedro has nothing against the siege rams at this point. He's got a good amount of resources in the back, but not enough production buildings. No siege workshops up, only 1 siege workshop coming up now. And when it's up and orange is coming out, the siege rams will have taken down the monasteries and even the castle maybe. Of course, the halberdier will be able to take down the siege rams, but not if they're attacked constantly. And Pedro calling GG. Well played by Nick. Interesting strategy, booming from 3 TCs and just defending until you have enough army. This should not work, but it worked this time. Pedro not with the best of his games, I think, but Nick with a very solid and strong performance, being patiently and waiting to get the advantage. Good job for him. I hope you enjoyed this first game, and see you in the next game. See you in game 2. GG.